Good morning, racing fans. Welcome to CavOK Racing Network for another Bonfire Premier Cup race. Race number 5, and we're here in Dover, Delaware. We're going to see the 160 laps on an incredibly challenging track called the Monster Mile. My name is Pim Lut and my co-commentator is Peter Lee. Peter, welcome. We're back on an oval and I've seen some missing drivers. What do you expect from this race?
Well, I think we're in for some real excitement here. You said Monster Mile, and for sure, this is a punishing track. It's not asphalt, it's concrete. It's just hard on drivers, hard on tires, and it's going to be, I think, a real test of skill. And to your point about missing drivers, most notably Chris Smorrell is out on a family trip and won't be racing this morning. And so this gives some of the drivers vying for the season championship a real shot to move up.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think this championship did need some shake-up. I wasn't predicting a hurricane in our New York, but I'm happy to hear that Chris is safe and he is not on the track, but he's at least in a safe place. So we're good to hear that. But that is a good segue to our championship. Because we do have to talk about our championship. On the moment, Chris Smorrell is taking a big lead, but that can all change. Especially if you see how many points we can get in this race. It's 30 points. And we have Nate Moore right on the back with 105 points. Sean Jensick with 85 points, so there's a little bit of a gap. But I think today is a good chance to get some more points in front of Chris and make sure that we get some more excitement here on this in this championship. But what do you think about Dover? I've raced here a couple of laps. I thought it was very difficult. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, it's an incredibly difficult track. It's a 1 mile oval, known as the Monster Mile, all concrete. So you could just hear the tires grinding away on both ends of this oval. And that's despite having a 24-degree banking on those turns and a 9-degree banking on the straightaways. These cars will be going upwards 160 miles per hour, but with fuel limited to 78%, they're going to have to pit at least a couple of times for fuel. But I think worse than fuel, they're going to really have to be smart and strategic about how they manage tires. And each of these drivers is limited to 3 tire changes during the race.
Yeah, tires is definitely going to be an issue. I was driving here a couple of laps, and you can go really fast, but you definitely lose your tires very quickly. So I'm curious how that's going to go in 160 laps.
Well, patience is going to be key. That's not only to manage tire wear smartly, but this is a track that traditionally also has quite a few incidents. And so patience just to stay out of trouble and kind of wait for the right safe moment to make a move is going to be incredibly important. Those drivers that manage to stay clean and smartly manage their tires are going to have a chance to do really well.
Yeah, that's going to be always the key. But up here in Monster Mile, it's definitely for sure that we're going to see some yellows. We started with that game early on in the season. What do you think? How many yellows are we going to see?
Well, I was actually talking to a couple of the drivers yesterday, and I asked their thoughts on that very question, Pim. And I think the best answer I could get was, there will definitely be yellows.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to see half a dozen or more full course cautions during this race. And so there is going to be the luck of the draw that factors into how people fare in this race. I think most of the drivers are going to be looking for those full course cautions and trying not to pit under green.
Yeah, and that's the waiting game that you have to play up here. Have you seen that pit entry? I've looked at it a couple of times. I tried it a couple of times to come really clean onto the pit lane, but that is not easy done up here.
No, and I think you and I were also both looking at real life NASCAR Cup races, and seeing even in real life, there's some issues that some of these drivers sometimes have with that pit entry. It is well marked on this oval. You come, under this scoring bridge, and so you know what to do. And so it just takes a little bit of practice, but it can get crowded. It gets narrow down there, and that entry feels awfully short. And then once you're in, of course, it's limited to 35 miles per hour, and so it feels, despite the fact this is just a 1 mile oval, that pit lane just feels just miles long.
Yeah, and what about the temperature that we have right now? It's 75 Fahrenheit. Does that matter in this track?
I wish I had the experience to know. On our reconnaissance laps, Pim, I don't know how you felt, but I was shocked at just how rough and how bumpy this track is. I think this concrete surface, it's not smooth like asphalt. And you can hear the tires grinding away, but also it's just really hard on your hands and wrists. It's just not a smooth way around here. And
did you not change your force back settings? I know that all the oval drivers don't do force feedback, so I might be trying that the next time.
You have a point there. I probably had my force feedback set for a typical road racing car. Little formula car. Definitely would need to turn it down for a race like this.
Yeah, it's fun to see. We saw in Watkins Glen that it was basically Chris Morrell driving away and to see how many laps he could go. But this track is going to be like no way we can predict who's going to win over here. It's every corner is going to be dangerous.
Well, Justin Gans put in a great qualifying time. In fact, the only qualifier in the 21s, in the 21-second range. And of course, right behind him is Joey Stiers, still a relative newcomer at 22 flat. And then Clayton Ham. Those are our top three qualifiers. And, while we're talking about these drivers, with Chris Morrell out, this gives folks like Nathan Moore, Sean Jensick, Brandon Shelton, David Medina, Clayton Ham, and others a real shot at gaining some ground here. And I'm sure they're all going to be trying to finish as high as possible today.
Oh, awesome. Did you say that Clayton Ham was finished with his already with his times?
Yeah, and he's qualified third, and looks like the cars are going out on their pace lap now.
Just in time.
You can almost feel the jitters that these drivers are probably feeling right about now, can't you, Pim?
Well, yeah, definitely. And that car has so much power. And we see here Joey Stiers, beautiful. He has a monster car. He's on that outside. I'm curious how safe it's going to be in that first one. They're already very close. We see the car coming in, and the lights are getting on. They're all going on to red. We see Justin Gann pacing the whole, and here he goes. And immediately he takes that inside.
That's a great jump he got there. And Joey Stiers slots in behind. And then Clayton Ham holding down third. But on the outside, we see Brandon Shelton making a move. Oh, and we have our first yellow already. Oh, and it looks like a pretty significant issue towards the middle of the field there.
Wow, we missed all of that. Let's have a quick look what exactly happened. We saw Robert Smith. I don't see much going wrong.
Oh. Looks like the number 39 car of Robert Smith did just hit a wall a little bit. Yep.
That's a major crash.
Oh, and this is significant because he came down on Sean Jensick then, and Sean's going to have some significant damage there, along with along with also Sid Butler.
Well, let's have a look from Sean Jensick's perspective. He was driving there, yes, can't do anything about that, and just bumps into there. Wow. Major crash on that first lap. We were already expecting it, but this is quite a bit of a... And we do see already people immediately going into the pit.
Yeah, and then the fourth car that got caught up in that is John Hopley, and so we have Sean Jensick, Sid Butler, John Hopley, and Robert Smith, all in the midst of a tow or in the pits right now for their repairs.
All right. This is going to be very interesting. I'm afraid that we're going to see a little bit more of these yellows. Gives us an opportunity to go through some news.
One thing that about this track is with the high banking, if you do get a little squirrely in these turns, you start losing the rear end and so on. It's actually possible, if you have room around you, it's possible to save the car. In that sense, it really felt a little bit like road racing around these turns. The problem, of course, is if you're in a lot of traffic, and then trouble, just like we saw there, can happen, and that's the thing. And so people really are going to want to be careful, give each other a little bit of room here, especially in the early going of the race.
Yeah, I don't think this was actually something to do with giving each other room. It was just a small mistake. Yeah, this track is so small. You immediately are impacted, and then immediately a lot of people are impacted. But that means that, we do have to see some changes from Jensick. He's all the way on the back over there.
Yep.
Probably had a lot of damage on that front, because he went straight into a couple of people and the wall. Pace car is off again.
Sid Butler and Robert Smith are out, and John Hopley's still in the pits.
All right, let's try this for a second time. On lap 5 right now, we're going into lap 5. Just again, right here, the lights are going red, and he's off. Joey Steyer's immediately on that outside, and he has a better run on this moment. Joey Steyer's is going really smooth with him. This looks a lot cleaner than the previous time.
You can see there in those turns, you want that low line. That gives you enough room to get a good launch out of these turns onto the straightaways. You get a little touch of brake to get down towards the apron on those turns.
We see Nate Moore doing a little bit of a dance over there, but he's on that inside. Right in front of him is Clayton Ham. And they're going for that third position, but I think that's a good move of Nate, staying on there on the fourth place, because this he can win a lot of points from Chris.
Absolutely. Brandon Shelton got, I think, squeezed on the outside a little bit there, and so he's now running down in P6, down 2 spots from where he started.
Yeah, we see that Dennis Puckett also passed Derek Jacobs there for P19. So also in the back, there's quite a bit of movement going around.
Yeah, we have Marshall Scully and AJ Binish, Gary Wright, also a little bit of a battle, and they're kind of jostling around there, fighting over P11.
Well, there's a big fight going on between 7, 8, and 9. Dorsey, Malarkey, and Neil is coming in there as well. together with Shelton. They're really making a hard fight over there, but it looks all quite clean.
John Hopley's back on the track, down 2 laps. But with the number of incidents that we might see today, I think he's still in the race. It looks like all these drivers have settled in pretty well, though. Now, finally here.
Let's have a quick look at the race leaders. We have Justin Gann, Joey Styres, Clayton Hampton, and Nate Maurer riding over here. And right over there is Travis White as well. Let's not forget about him.
Yeah, Travis has made some moves already, up 3 spots from where he started on the grid. And it looks like we are getting a little bit of a set of packs here. We have these top 4 of Joey Styres, who's just taken the lead over Justin Gann, Clayton Ham, and Nate Moore. Travis White, those top 5. And then followed by another pack with David Medina, Cody Dorsey, and Justin Malarkey.
Yeah, we do see some changes up here in the front with Joey Styres. He's more taking that inside line a little bit. I think he's trying to attack Justin Gann, really making him a little bit more difficult. And Justin is just going on that outside. Oh, Joey is all over the place over here. He's really looking for his nice lane. Where does he run the best?
What's interesting is you do, of course, want to benefit from a draft here and really stay close in the pack. But you do tend to touch the brake a little bit entering these turns. And so there's a little bit of a concertina effect that you just have to be really aware of every time around this track.
Yeah, and while you're talking about that, Joey is really making some moves on Justin. It's funny to see he really attacks him on that back over there, goes to the inside and makes Justin Gann drive a little bit of a different line. And that's going to cost you some tires, so I'm pretty sure.
One thing that's good is back down in P15, Sid Butler has worked his way back up to P15, and so he's running in a little bit of a pack with Justin White and Sean Jensick. And then up in P8, Doug Neal, Cody Dorsey, Brandon Shelton, Martin Scully, Kevin Bullock. They're also all there running together.
Yeah, that's a nice pack that we have over there. We're seeing here Doug Neal. I love that yellow. My favorite color. But Doug's car looks
orange.
awesome.
What's your favorite color?
No. Orange is my blood. My favorite color is bright yellow, to be completely fair. And Doug is driving a little bit away of Cody Dorsey, Brandon Shelton, and Marshall Scully. So they're making a little bit. Justin, Doug Neal wants to go to Justin.
Oh, we have another incident. And, looks like Robert Smith.
No, that was John Jensick again involved in this part. Let's have a quick look at what happened over there. Oh, he lost it all by himself. Wow, hit the inside of the wall. And then got some punches more. Then it's just waiting and waiting.
Yeah, and Dennis Puckett got tagged a little bit, although it looks like his car, the number 12 car there, might be okay.
Well, that was a return of favor for Robert Smith, who got really hit in the back with Sean Jensick, who lost it over there. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. And Justin was so good in the championship.
Boy,
so what now about tires?
Yeah, so these guys get 3 tire changes, but we're only about 20 laps in.
Well, Justin said it was enough, because Justin is now into the pit and Let's have a look how many tires he takes. I don't see any tire changes. No, he just took some fuel. He just took some extra fuel. Together with David Medina, Justin Malarkey, Brendan Shelton, they're all in. So lap 21, and we just fueled up. Interesting strategy.
It's a little early in the fuel window, but you know, it's interesting, especially if you're counting on a lot of yellows in this race.
No, definitely. But on the other hand, fuel, then you're at least safe on that. They didn't took any tires, so they're still waiting for more yellows to come up here.
You're definitely, you know, even though you have 3 tire changes here, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have a chance for that final run to get a fresh set of tires if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, definitely. And Peter, I do want to make sure that we are doing our local news up here. We do have a birthday boy here in the race. Currently, Caleb King is happily his birthday, so I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best in the race as well. But for now, happy birthday, Caleb. You're a proud member of BRL.
Yeah, happy birthday, Caleb. Glad you're of legal drinking age now.
All right. So let's focus back on this race. We have Joey Styres in the front.
Yeah, with Justin coming in for fuel there, that leaves Joey Styres and Clayton Ham ahead of Nate Moore running 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we're gonna have another going around.
Yeah, Justin's running in P7 right now. You get the feeling that Joey likes running in clear air, running in the lead. He just looks like that kind of driver on track. It'll be interesting to see if we have a chance to talk to him about that later.
Yeah, it's funny to see that Joey Styres was in that first race. I think he only 2 or 3 laps he was on the lead, and he got exactly the second spot because in that last moment he lost it in that restart. Of course, Chris Morrell took it, and it was over. So I'm curious how Joey Styres is right now. He's going to run his first real laps as a leader. That's going to be so we'll see how quick he is. He has Clayton Ham right behind him. Clayton always quick, we know that. We see him in the GT3 very much driving, and we're driving along with Clayton Ham on this restart. Let's see what Joey Styres does. Clayton is really close on his back. They're still waiting. Joey has a little bit of a better run. But Clayton immediately takes that second position behind Nate Moore. And then we have White. White comes up really good and takes this second spot. Travis White. Pay attention about that car, the number 19.
That was a great move on the outside. Nate Moore slots in P4. Yeah.
Clayton Ham touched the wall over there.
Yep. Justin Gans also just moved up around Doug Neal, slotting into P5.
Yeah, P5 with fuel, so he's good to go. And that's going to be interesting to see. Does Justin really believe there's going to be no yellows anymore? And he's going to run?
Yep. You know, we were looking at the how long a run you could make on fuel, and it's looking, you know, around 60-65 laps. And so you could be good for you know, the halfway point of the race here.
Oh, and those four are driving so closely. Joey Styles is really running away, but White, Ham and Moore are really close together. And Justin Gann has also made already a move over there.
Yep, Justin Gann's up P5, and then followed by Doug Neal, Justin White, Justin Malarkey, David Medina, Cody Dorsey, and Brandon Shelton. Those top 11 have pulled away a little bit behind the P12 and P13 cars of Marshall Scully and Kevin Bullock.
Justin just made the move over Nathan Moore. Goes on that inside over there. Oh, but they're not done yet.
Oh, and it looked like Justin White and maybe Cody Dorsey might have tapped doors there, but looks like they're still clean, so that's great.
Yeah, it's all good to go up here.
Yeah, I'm looking back also, Dennis Puckett, John Hopley, who've gotten caught up in some incidents here. They're still only one lap down, and so they're still in this too, especially since we do expect some more full course cautions, most likely. And so they have a chance, even with a yellow dog, to kind of get back out on the lead lap.
Yeah, we see up here that Joey is really taking a run, and Travis Wright is taking Clayton Hampton, Justin Gann and Nate Moore on there. Although Nathan is losing a little bit, so his tires are maybe dropping up here, and we'll definitely have to look out for him. Because he seems to drop a little bit. He has difficulties right now.
Oh, and it looked like Cody Dorsey got... and Nate Moore just, it may be your broadcaster's curse there, Pim.
I don't know. I felt he was doing it all by himself. I was just reporting the facts up here. Let's be serious. Come on. Let's have a quick look what really happened. He was on that inside over there. Yeah, and they wobbled together. It was a small little dance, and then it's basically everybody joins that dance. Still pretty amazing. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Number 37.
Yeah.
Sid Butler got a really bad hit over there.
Boy, this is not Sid Butler's day. We'll see what kind of damage he sustained there.
All right, while we're running up here, maybe it's a good idea to have a quick look. We see a lot of people going into the pit again. Oh, wasn't expecting that. We see Clayton Ham going into the pit.
Yeah, Joey Styres in the pit. So we're 34 laps in. And so we'll want to keep a close eye on to see what they're doing with tires here. It does look like Joey Styres has taken his first tire change, but Justin Gann has not. Very interesting to see these different strategies playing out here.
All right, Clayton, you're here in the booth with us. Thank you very much. We've seen already a couple of incidents. How is the race going for you?
For me, the restarts have been pretty hectic. It's been pretty intense racing with Joey and Gann up here. We've had a couple back and forth battles, just trying to keep it out of trouble. Save tires for now.
Yeah. So what is your tactic right now? We're in 34 laps. You're running constantly with the front pack. And Chris Morrill isn't here, so big chance to get some major points over here. What do you expect for the next 20 laps?
I'm really just trying to keep my track position and get up to the front. Me personally, I'm expecting a lot more cautions. Definitely expecting some more cautions and contact and some tempers to flare for sure.
All right, man. Well, try to keep it safe. We hope we're doing that, and we'll wish you all the luck in this next restart, and maybe see you later in the race.
Absolutely. See you later.
Thank you.
Great to hear from Clayton there. He seems to be really trying to manage his race. You could hear patience there in how he's approaching this, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
So Travis White. Chris isn't here, and as a team member, Travis immediately takes charge, and he's here now taking the lead. Great to see that. I don't think he run ever in the lead in this season yet.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. Although, we're pretty used to seeing these FOCM cars.
True.
And then of course Cody Dorsey's been showing speed all season, so he's right behind Travis, and then Derek Jacobs, and then Justin Gann still staying up there in the lead pack, running P4.
Yeah, as what I could see, we definitely have everybody out of the pit, behind the pace car.
I think Dennis Puckett, benefited from Yellow Dog, and so he's now running in P16 on the lead lap.
Yeah, by the way, if anybody thinks it's a lucky dog, it is actually here at CAF OK Racing Network. We call this a yellow dog.
Side joke.
A side joke, and we love it, and I still have to laugh about it every time. Just want to let you know. We're right here up. I think the pace car will drop in right now. And now it's Travis White who can lead this pack, and Cody Dorsey right behind him, or right next to him. And then, wow, Derek Jacob is eating that back of Travis White. And they're off again. Lights are off. Barney is waving the flag, and we're back up. Dorsey takes a really high line.
Yeah. That inside line, those turns is so good. It really has given Joey Stiers a chance to get around.
It's an open door for Joey Stiers on that third spot. Yep. And he's really gaining a lot of speed on there. Wow, he's really... that's the tactic up here. New tires, moving along and trying to be at the front so that he has complete fresh... Yeah, here he goes on that inside. Taking that inside. Travis is not even defending.
Yeah, it's a pretty good strategy, a pretty good way. If you can do that and manage your tires at the same time, it's a way to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, but look at here. Joey is just running really, really hard. Dorsey, White, and Clayton Ham can't follow him. I'm curious what Clayton is thinking right now as he take that third position, because I do think he needs to have a look. Dorsey is not having the speed that Joey Stiers has. Oh, here, and you see that Dorsey is making move for Clayton. So now we see the real Clayton coming up. Yeah, Clayton is going to close this gap.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. That inside line is really good. It really gives you a run out in straights. But boy, you just wonder about tire management there.
Yeah, oh no, this is costing him tires definitely. We see here a little bit further, Justin Gann fighting actually with Travis White and Doug Neal. Doug Neal's doing really well on that 6th position. Great to see him up here.
Oh yeah, and then right behind them, you see the 42 car there of
you see
Derek
Jacobs, Medina, Shelton, Bullock. They're all up there. And Justin Gann takes some position over here, and Doug Neal. Let's have a quick look at the front of the pack. We see Joey Styers now still on nearly a second lead on Clayton Ham. Clayton Ham is really trying to close over there, but after that is the big gap with Cody Dorsey. Cody Dorsey can't hold them over there. But on the other hand, he's on the 3rd position. After that is Justin Gann. And he's pretty far away. And he's fighting with a bunch of people over there.
Well, we have this pack here starting P6 with Travis White, Derek Jacobs, David Medina, Brandon Shelton. There's some real good pack racing there, and pretty much every lap there's a little bit of shuffling going on.
Yeah, it's great to see, and every time someone tries to go to the inside, and curious to see. It's beautiful those team cars, I have to say. But we see Neil Douglas making some moves over there. I'll have a quick look because he's really closing in on Justin, and they need to work together to get up to Cody Dorsey and to run away from that big pack on the back. But Doug Neal is really close on that inside, but stays on the back. I think he sends the message: we're not fighting. We're trying to work up our way up to Cody Dorsey. Joey Styers looks a little bit like he's waiting for Justin Ham.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, they can also, if they work together, they have now a 4.6 lead from Casey Dorsey, or Cody Dorsey. So that's an awesome.
I was just going to say, with Nate Maurer in the pits, now going on 15 laps down, this is definitely not Nate's day, and that's big because Nate's standing for the season right now is P2. He's the one right behind Chris Smorrell, and so has pretty significant impact there.
Yeah, let's have a quick look. He had 106 points. And he needed to get that full points, or at least like 20 points. But on the moment, he's not scoring anything over there. Sean Jensic, same thing.
Yeah.
So this is really all for the newcomers. Clayton Ham is going to make a nice jump if he can continue this. Look at this! They're now 7.6 seconds running away.
Let me highlight running in P8 Dennis Puckett, and Dennis got caught up in one of those early race incidents, but now he's just worked his way up to leading pack starting at P7. Running a really good, strong race there. Oh, we do have an incident.
What happened to Justin? What happened to Justin? Oh no. He was running so fine. Justin White.
Travis White. Brandon Shelton might have gotten a little piece of that.
Oh, he was on that inside. Slided a little bit on the outside. Yeah, then it's over. Look at that car smoking.
Oh.
Wow, that was a big crash. Hope he's doing okay.
I wonder if Brandon Shelton would be open to talking to us during this caution, even though he got tagged a little bit on that.
Yeah, let's have a quick look then.
Hey, Brandon Shelton, this is Peter Lee. Are you open to talking a little bit during this caution?
Yeah, absolutely, Peter. How you doing, man?
Good. Looked like you got tagged a little bit there on that incident. How's your car running?
Well, it seems to be okay. Maybe just some sheet metal damage, hopefully. We'll see here. Gonna put some fresh tires on it, fill it up with fuel, and hopefully not too much repair time.
Yeah. Well, I guess this yellow probably is pretty good timing for you guys. How's your race been going overall? How are the tires holding up?
Tires are good. Gets a little slick after 20, 30 laps, but everyone's racing semi-clean and just giving each other having patience. And I mean, it's definitely a track that eats tires. So hopefully our tire strategy will work out for us at the end.
Yeah, it did look like everyone out on track is running a little different strategy, trying to figure out, when to change their tires. But this seems like a pretty good time. So hopefully you keep it clean from here on out. It seems like people who can manage to stay clean are going to end up finishing pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Peter. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello.
All right, Brandon, good luck, and we hopefully see you some more action of you.
All right, thank you, Pam. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. All right, so that was Brandon Shelton, still sitting in the pit. As we heard, he's gonna try to repair as much as of that front, because that is quite a bit of damage. But we also see Nate Moore right behind him, and he's a lot worse. Doesn't have any front anymore. I'm curious if he's still able to get out of up here.
Yeah, for the season championship, I think he'll want to wait it out, get that car fixed, get it back on track. It's he definitely doesn't want to disconnect at this point.
Oh no, there's no way that you need to disconnect over here.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of chances. We're only 1/3 away from the finish, or 2/3 away from the finish. We didn't do that much yet.
Yeah.
And here we have Joey Stiers from Illinois, the number 23. I love his paint. Beautiful car, although it is not a Red Bull, but hey, who cares? Those colors are amazing. And then Clayton Ham right behind him. And Miss Ryan Twinman. Where is Ryan Twinman when you need him?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, it's the doldrums of summer. We've been seeing across all the leagues that we broadcast for, Pim, a lot of great drivers are, out on family vacations. Who would have thought that people would prioritize family time over iRacing?
Well, and then you have the people like Chris Morrell, who actually just brings up his whole gear to another place and then drives from there. He had a quite successful week. He had 2 wins and 1 second place in the championship. So that was a nice race for him on that part.
Yeah.
But it's good to see him also not up here, so that we can score a lot of points. I think for Clayton Ham is the most happy with it right now, because he's in that second spot and he can gain a lot of points.
Yeah, it'll be interesting on this restart. Doug Neal's been looking good on these restarts, and he's got that inside line. It'll be interesting to see. I'll bet he'll be trying to attack and exploit that inside line to get past Clayton on this restart.
Oh no, definitely. And now Joey Stiers can run here for the first time. Takes this a little. Oh, on the back there's already something going wrong. Derek Jacobs went off, and there's no yellow, so it seems that he's doing that okay, but Jarek immediately jumped to the pits. A lot of people were involved, and here we see Clayton Ham really fighting with Joey Stiers. Making
He
it
did a
difficult.
great stop there. Yeah, what a great clean restart for these top 3 guys.
Hey, what about Doug Neal? Always in the mid-pack, and now suddenly here running in 3rd position. Doing really well this race.
Yeah, just super. And don't look now, but Dennis Puckett is up running P7 behind Marshall Scully, Brandon Meyer, and Kevin Bullock. Although, of course, as soon as I said that, the number 12 car there has had a little bit of issues. It seems to be running a little cautiously on the high line as Dennis has dropped down to P10.
And Dennis is now passing Brandon Meyer, who also has a little bit of an issue. Stays on that inside here.
You know, one thing you find is, of course, most of these guys have fresh tires at this point, but you know, if on the outside you end up running out of track, it really takes you almost a whole lap to recover from that. You're kind of seeing that now, where you know they just lose all sorts of momentum and it takes a whole lap to get it back, especially if there's traffic around you.
Yeah, and we see here that Justin Gann, together with Travis White, is passing Marshall Scully for 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Clayton does what Clayton says. He is really taking it easy.
Oh, and it looks like Doug Neal got on the inside there of Clayton Ham and is taken Q2. And then, of course, now looks like Justin Gann wants to run the same move and gets around. Along with Travis White.
Yeah, I think this is really a tactic of Clayton Ham, trying to save those tires, let those guys fight here, going on the inside, beautiful, Travis White. Number 19 is taking a really nice move on Doug Neal, and together with Justin, they really steam up forwards. I'm curious what Joey is going to do right now.
Oh, I wonder if it looks like there's been an issue. Oh, and it looks like Dennis Puckett maybe got caught up again.
We see that Cody Dorsey has crashed right over here. We're driving along with him. He was going on that inside line over here, and whoa! What happened over there? He couldn't even see what was going on. So he was going. Oh, it was. I think Puckett. Yeah, he got hit the wall, and then it's over. No steering possibilities anymore. And Cody Dorsey got hit really bad in the back, and immediately the pace car came out.
Yeah. Boy.
And then look. Yeah, this is horrible.
Well, I don't want to pull Justin Malarkey in, but. We could pull another one of the FOCM cars, Justin Gann, into the broadcast booth. How about that?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Justin, this is Peter Lee in the broadcast booth. You open to chatting a little bit during this caution?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
So, Justin, you've been running up near the front of the field the whole race. How's it been going for you? What does it look like down there?
There's been some sketchy stuff going on, but for the most part, it's been pretty respectful and clean racing up front. So that last restart was a little scary there, but we made it through it. So
it does look like at the front of the field that you guys are really just trying to run away from any trouble and stay clean that way. Is that part of the strategy?
Oh yeah, the further up in the front you are, the hopefully the cleaner your race is going to be, because it can be a mess once you start falling back there. Especially now that we're starting to get a couple damaged cars, you're going to see 3 wide, possibly going through some of these turns.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, Justin, I'm so curious. You did that first pit stop. You didn't take any tires, only fuel. Now you're really racing back up in this front. What is your strategy right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm trying to keep an extra set of tires in the pits. I've got one for my mandatory pit stop that we'll have left in the race, and then I've got another bonus set I'm trying to keep in there, so in case of a late race caution, I can really push through the field if I have to.
Yeah, and I want to say that's not necessary, but that is going to be necessary. We both know that. And how's the fight going with Joey Stiers? He actually went back in, so you're missing that one. But how's the fight going with him?
Yeah, he's got tires this stop, so our tires are offset from each other. So I imagine he's going to push through the field. You know, hopefully he doesn't get in a wreck, but I think he's definitely going to be a big competition once he gets to the front here.
Yeah, we're very curious to see that. Wish you very good luck on the next coming laps, and we'll see you maybe later in the race.
I hope so.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, Justin.
Yep, take it easy.
So that
Well,
was
you can really hear Pim, you know, just how much these guys are thinking about tire management. Big part of this race.
oh yeah, for sure. And I haven't paid attention, and I should do this more, but what about Doug Neal? Because Doug Neal is driving very, very relaxed. It looks a little bit like he's just coming up to the front very easily.
Yeah, you get the sense that he's managing his race, and you know, if he gets a little lucky with the way the cautions line up with his tire, he'll be up there at the front of the pack there. And you know, to the point that we were talking to Justin about, he's staying out of trouble by running up there near the lead.
Yeah, that's something, and I always notice that even in like the rookies, you learn that you need to qualify, because otherwise you have to pass all these people, and it's going to be way more riskier. I've learned that the last year that you do need to be up front, especially in road racing. But here in this small oval, it is important. That's why you saw everybody also so qualify.
Just make a note, you know, Nate Moore is back out on the track. Of course, he's about 30 laps down, but he's back and in the race. Sean Jensick, so two of the season standings leaders. You know, they're not having the days that I'm sure they were hoping for, but they're out there racing.
And here we go again. Oh, we see Joey immediately making some moves on that inside. Yeah, he wants to move as quickly as possible. Rest of the field looks really clean. Ooh, Joey is really close over there. Goes to that inside. Clayton Ham is joining in. And they pass David Medina right over there.
Yeah, and so we have Justin Gann, Travis White there, starting to pull away from Doug Neal, Joey Stars, Clayton Ham, and then behind them in P7, Marshall Scully and David Medina.
Yeah, don't worry. Joey Stires is coming up right over here. He's passing Doug Neal, and he's gonna come for Justin, just like he said.
Yep. Yeah, just in terms of lap times, Joey's really been pushing the hardest out there on the track, and interesting strategy. You just have to be really confident about your tire management to do that.
Yeah, and Travis had enough of Justin as well. He's now attacking as well. They don't want to wait for Joey Stires to come by, and that means that Travis is really pushing a little bit more as well. But he already sees that monster car right behind him.
Yep, and so meanwhile, you know, you have to go all the way back about 6 seconds to the pack currently led by Kevin Bullock in P8, followed by Brandon Shelton, Cody Dorsey, and Brandon Meyer.
Yeah, and that's an interesting fight as well, because if something happens on the front, there are going to be many cars involved.
Yes.
Currently, they run it really nice. Brandon and Kevin, teammates. Are they teammates? No, they're not teammates. The cars are so much damaged that you don't even see who the sponsors are anymore. See Cody Dorsey trying to get close to David Medina up here. But we do see David Medina making quite a bit of moves.
Yeah, it looks like Joey Stires has gone past Travis White there on the inside and is now chasing down our leader, Justin Gann.
Look at Clayton Ham. He's looking. He wants to follow Joey. Everybody wants to follow Joey. But Clayton can't pass Travis White, although he is trying really hard over here. Look at that. Look at that. Goes to the inside. Oh, man, if you're Travis, yeah, you can't hold that. And you need to let Clayton Ham pass over here. They're both really clean driving.
No, and meanwhile up front, Joey's gotten the inside line on Justin and is now running in P1.
And Joey has newer tires, so I'm just curious how far he's going to run.
You know, a little further back, Brandon Meyer, John Hopley are also just running pretty hard there, and they're right now in 12th and 13th. But it's interesting. It almost looks like they're working together a little bit.
Yeah, they're still on the main lap, so why not? Nothing goes wrong. And while we're talking, we do see that Justin Gann is really losing now something on those tires. Clayton Ham also overtook him, and Clayton is now going back into to Joey's tires. Somebody needs to go back to Joey and hold him back, because with the three of them, they're really running away right now.
Yeah, Travis White's been trying to stay in that lead pack, but he's a couple seconds back now, and part of this is just everyone settling in. It's looking clean. You can probably see track's a little spread out, so it might run green longer, so people might be getting into tire saving mode here.
Beautiful to see how Joey Stires and Clayton Ham are following each other. Right behind there is Justin Gann.
Yeah, they'll be coming up here pretty shortly on Dennis Puckett and Brandon Meyer, and so some of the traffic there. It'll be interesting to see if that has any impact on things. It looks like people are staying clean and respectful out there. That's great.
Well, Joey says bye-bye. He takes that inside line really well. And Clayton takes the outside, so they're past them up here together with Justin Gann. I know it's not a rule in oval, but I do like it that when people are past lap cars, that they move over a little bit. And up here, that really was a nice way of doing that.
Well, I think really now, Pim, for the first time in the race, we're 88 laps in. It looks like the entire field is really settled in, and everyone's found their own space. And so we might get a more extended period of green flag racing here. We do have a pack there with starting in P11 with Gary Wright, John Hopley. But in between Gary and John are Derek Jacobs and AJ Binish, Nate Moore, and so it's a little bit of a pack, on mixed laps. But again, there is some value to working together here, and it's especially for these guys that are on the lead lap. It's the next full course caution, bring them back up next to the leaders.
Yeah, I don't believe they're much working together. They're quite feisty up here. You see even Nate Moore up the back over there as well.
Yeah.
Broken car, but still driving, so that's good to see that.
Yeah. Well, and just look a little bit further back there. Joey Stires, our race leaders, coming up behind. Coming up behind that group. Working his way through all the traffic.
And now here you can see the speed that he has. He was passing Nate like he wasn't even there. Taking that inside line really well. Oh, I feel so stressed if you have to pass all those cars, and they're all fighting over there.
Yeah, they're all running for position. So everyone's racing here out on this track.
And Clayton is really having a little difficulty over there to pass all those people. Justin is right behind him. They now need to pass Nate Moore. That's working quite well. Oh, look at that. Everybody is going to take the outside line.
Yeah,
Clayton
boy, Justin Gann's really closed up the gap to Clayton, and it looks like
and he's taking it. He's taking it right here. Yeah, he's going to that inside line. Whoa, but Clayton is really good in defending right over there. But that is going to cost him the tires.
Yeah.
Wow, a nice view over here to see those cars drive.
You know, I was just thinking also, we haven't had any significant green flag pitting, but we could start hitting that maybe another 10, 15 laps or so for some of these cars, just looking at the length of the stints that they're on since their last pit stops. So for example, Doug Neal is out 61 laps now on his current stint, and so he'll have to pit soon for fuel.
Yeah, I think.
As well.
And also look at the timings. If the timings are going down, that's definitely an indication that those tires are getting really hot and used, and they need to change that as well.
Yeah. Yep.
But Doug Neal, come on, let's go for it, Mr. Yellow.
Yeah.
He needs to bring it up to speed. He was really in the front over there, but he's currently 13 seconds behind Joey's tires. And we see that Justin is also making final lap move on Clayton Ham. Taking that inside line. And up here, he's really past him.
Yeah, super important for Justin. Again, looking at their, when they pitted, Justin's out now 44 laps since his last pit stop, and so he's going to want to.
Oh, that went wrong. That went wrong. That was a big crash from Dennis Puckett right to the back over there. So now it's going to be everybody's going to go to the pits. Let's have a quick look. Wow, how that exactly happened. You see Dennis Puckett is driving over there. Yeah, and he takes that exit a little bit too wide and goes full into the wall. Tries to save his car. Luckily, no one got injured over here. Everybody could safely pass him, but the smoke that comes out of that car, wow.
Boy, that is... it's just been a rough day for Dennis, and you just have to think that he's going to be, that looked a little bit like just maybe some tire wear, but also some damage in his car. He just ran out of the track.
All right, and here we have Joey Stires going into the pit. Justin is going, Clayton Ham is going, Travis White, David Medina. Yeah, they're all going in right now.
Be keeping an eye on what happens here, but you have to expect now that most of these guys are going to be taking tires.
Well, we're looking at Joey's tires. Takes a long time. Doesn't take tires. I see Justin Gann does take tires.
Should we bring Joey into the broadcast booth? See if he
Go
wants
for
to
it.
chat
Go
about
for it. I'm really curious about his tactic.
Hey, Joey, this is Peter Lee in the broadcast booth. Are you open to chatting a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Joey, you've been running so strong and you've been showing all this speed. We noticed in that pit stop that you didn't take tires. What's the thinking there?
The way this race has been running here, I think we're going to have a couple more yellows at the end, and tires are so critical here, even 10-lap old tires. So I feel like if there's a late yellow at the end of the race here, tires is really going to be the play.
Yeah. And, it looks like, you're the kind of racer out here that really loves to have clear track in front of you. You're really pushing hard. How are you managing to, keep your tires
Really?
good?
Yeah, absolutely. And once I get to the lead, I kind of try to back off my tires a little bit. Me and Justin are kind of on different tire strategies right now. I know Clayton's on the same tire strategy as me. We're just kind of trying to ride and save our tires as much as we can. And when the cautions come out, it pretty much flips the strategy, and we just go into conservation mode. And it's pretty complicated, but it's a lot of fun. Dover's my favorite track, and this track is just so much fun to drive.
No, it is, and it's a lot of fun to watch it. And exactly what you're saying, we see Joey Styres, Justin Gann, and Clayton Ham with the three of you guys. That's basically when are you guys are going to meet up again and have a little bit of that crossover of the strategy. But currently you're running in the lead. Any things for the next coming 20 laps? What is your thought? What are you going to focus on?
I'm just going to focus on saving my tires here. Hopefully we'll get a caution at about 30 laps, and we'll just have a 30-lap run to the end. I think everybody's pretty much got one set of tires left. I'm pretty sure Justin, if he just pitted for tires, I'm pretty sure he's out. So if we get a caution here at the end, I think we can flip the strategy. But right now the plan's just to save tires.
All right, that sounds very well. We don't want to disturb you any further, so good luck with this restart. You do have some people in front of you right now, but they're going to leave, aren't they? You are going to take the lead.
Yeah, I think they're getting a wave around right here.
Right. All right, yeah.
Right.
Well, we're going to
Good
look
luck,
forward
Joey.
to your restart. You've practiced quite a bit, so should look good right now. Good luck.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. So that was Joey Styres, who has been racing really hard. Well, it is one of his favorite tracks. We can clearly see that. But then, Peter, what about Justin Gann? Is it true that he doesn't have any tires anymore?
I don't know. He might be, he might be right there. And if Joey still has a set, that could be crucial. We've got under 60 laps to go here. So it sounded like Joey's strategy is he's counting on.
He's rock solid. He is rock solid because there are going to be more cautions.
Yeah.
And the pack is not completely back yet, but we do see that the pace car is coming in. So Joey can run it over here as Clayton Ham right behind him. And then on that outside is Justin Gann together with Travis White. It's going to be an interesting start. We'd also see Doug Neal right behind there on that inside line, so could be taking a lot of favors. Oh, and we see a really, really bad start for Joey Styres. Don't know what happened over there. And Justin is taking easily that lead. Travis is following.
And David Medina now is getting around Joey. So Joey's fallen down to fourth.
What about broadcast booth over there, Chris? Wow.
That was a great restart by David Medina. And, it's...
No, and what about Doug Neal? Doug Neal is running currently on the fourth position. Right behind him, Kevin Bullock, 11 spots up.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, and then Marshall Scully. He's also running a strong race there. Counting Joey Styres running there in P7.
I do see that we have on the back, we saw Gary Wright crashing. But I think he's okay right now.
Yeah, looks like he's all right there.
But look at it, Kevin Bullock taking that inside line over here. Number 62 is taking a position of David Medina.
You wonder if on that restart, Joey's tires dropping back like that maybe was a function that everyone around him had fresh tires and Joey didn't.
That could be definitely, and we see that Marshall Scully is passing him right over there. Cody Dorsey is passing him over there.
Yeah.
Where I was saying he had the perfect strategy, it seems that he's losing quite a bit on those tires. So he was waiting for a 30 lap caution. Well, I think he's waiting to get it a lot earlier. And we see Travis White completely taking that lead. He's currently 2.1 seconds away from Justin Gann.
It does look like the field has got itself spread out. Everyone's found their space out there on track. Especially, you could imagine if for these cars that have used up all their tires now, that they're just praying for an extended period of green here. I believe that everyone should be all set on fuel also for the rest of the race. Just
Yeah,
in
I
case
think
it's
it's the tires that's really going up here.
Yeah. Looks like Brandon Shelton's they're kind of getting close to getting around, or getting really close to Joey here.
Yeah, who isn't going to pass Joey on the moment? Well, he was taking that lead so well. You can really see that everybody takes advantage of him not taking any tires. And he goes to that inside line. Brandon Shelton, really nicely done.
Now that's of course not for position, but it still means more traffic for Joey. Wondering if he does want to kind of make his way back up to the top of the field.
Yeah, well, we're looking up here with Justin Gann and Doug Neal, and right behind there is Kevin Bullock. Really came a lot from a far end. So these three are really running for that second position, and Travis White is just gone.
Yeah, and then meanwhile behind them we have David Medina, Marshall Scully, and Cody Dorsey.
Yeah, I think Travis White is currently just really burning up his tires. He's trying to go in there.
It's funny, I don't know how you felt about it, Pim, but when we were doing our reconnaissance laps yesterday, you really kind of appreciate the fidelity of the iRacing simulator. Yeah, you could really feel that this was not an asphalt track. You could really feel the concrete, and you could feel all the seams and everything. And man, I just thought, this is it's not pleasant.
No, it's but that's the whole thing with this car. I don't understand why people like these cars. They're overpowered. They're way too much. The track is too small, and they manage to get past safely. It's amazing.
Yeah, but I know what you mean about power. Man, these cars have so much power. It's and for the weight of the car and the way the tires work.
Yeah, no, it's amazing that these people can keep it on the track. It looks so easy, but I would guess if somebody's in the YouTube channel or Twitch, if you want to try, look at this. They're going a little bit against the wall over there. So Kevin Bullock is really dropping right now. I think his tires are hurting on the moment because he can't keep up with Justin Gann and Doug Neal, and that's something that we're going to see right now.
Yeah. So we're approaching 120 laps into this race, and so 40 laps to go. And just as we were chatting with Joey Stires a little bit, once we get down to about 30 laps to go, it's we'll be getting into the kind of end game of this race, and so that'll be the crunch time, and we'll really see whose strategy wins out.
Yeah, and we didn't spoke about Clayton Ham, but Clayton Ham is even further away than Joey Styres. He is really back up in that back on the number 9th position, lost 6 positions over here.
Yeah.
He's gonna be hoping for a yellow, but currently it looks very clean. Everybody is driving nicely.
Meanwhile, back up front, Pim, it does look like Travis White is coming back a little bit to Justin Gan. And
The other way around. The other way around, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah, Travis is really losing. I told you he was burning up his tires, and that's happening right now. But if Justin doesn't have any new tires, he needs to take it easy as well, because it is still 40 laps.
Yeah, but man, look at that run that Justin's getting out of those turns. He's looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, he doesn't go completely to those insides. He stays a little bit on that mid lane, and now has a perfect line. But we also see that Doug Neal is really coming a lot closer to White. Justin Gan had a quick look in the inside, but couldn't make that, so he's just gonna be in the back over here. And here he goes to that inside. It's uncomfortable for Travis, and Travis can't hold that inside and has to give it up. And this is where Justin is back on the lead. Oh, Travis immediately going in. No, thought he was going to take that inside. So now I'm curious about Doug Neal. Is he going to come back to Justin? Is the 1.4, or is Justin now saying goodbye and making a big move?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Just to recap, we've got 9 cars on the lead lap. Justin Gan, Travis White, Doug Neal, Kevin Bullock, David Medina, Marshall Scully, Cody Dorsey, Joey Styres, and Clayton Ham. And then, John Hopley is just 1 lap down, along with Brandon Shelton and Gary Wright.
Now here we see Clayton Ham has some difficulties with the car of Nate Mower, who is completely gone in the front. Still amazing that car is so driving this fast. But for Clayton, that's no problem, and he takes him on that inside. Ooh, it's a little slippery, but can hold that car quite nicely, and is currently up in that 9th position. Trying to get back to Joey Styres, but also Joey has a tough time on the moment. We're on that 125 lap. His tires need to be gone.
Yeah. Talking about Nate Moore, he's right now P2 in the season standings, and despite that awful start of the race for him, getting caught up in those early race incidents, he's running P15, and
hey, that's 15 points. That's 15 points.
Yeah,
that means that he only have 1 point less than Chris Merle. So that really makes it deciding. I hope he can go a little bit further, so we have a new race leader. But great that he keeps running. Awesome to see that, because there's everything possible.
Yes, absolutely.
He's 33 laps behind, but he can still make some good moves over here. That's awesome to see that, actually.
Yep. And I've been noticing, he's been super clean, respectful, just understanding, that he's not...
Oh, major crash. Clayton
Ham. Was that Clayton Ham?
That was Clayton Ham. He went completely into that wall. Yeah, his tires were going to be really, really bad. And this is good news for Joey Styres. He was asking for a new yellow on 30 laps, and he got it.
This is perfect for him.
All right, let's have a quick look. What happened to Clayton Ham? Oh, he really, really lost it on the straight already. That was a strange accident, and his car isn't that damaged, and he's on that outside, so everybody can pass him. That's a good one.
Yep, he might be all right though. He might. Looks like his car could be okay there.
And he can go into the pits together with Joey Styres. And that's what we see happening.
Clayton just served up a perfect pit opportunity for Joey Styres.
Yeah, but now we see Justin Gan coming in. We see Travis White coming in. We see Doug Neal, David Medina, Kevin Bullock, Joey Stiers, Marshall Scully, they're all going in over here. We see Nate. Nate is going to repair that front a little bit more. Why not? He has a chance. It's 33 laps behind, but he has a chance. I'm looking currently at Justin Gann. Justin Gann is getting new tires. So special part. Both sides. We see Joey Stiers taking new tires.
Taking new tires, yep.
We see
And Clayton Ham taking new tires.
We see even Nate Moore taking new tires. This is basically, it's going to be a 30-lap race. Everybody has new tires. We have some damage cards.
Oh man, we are in for some real intensity here in these last 30 laps.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, this is not going to be the last caution, for sure not. They're all tensioned. We have Cody Dorsey in the front. He didn't do new tires. Oh, but he's going right now. Oh, that's smart. He's going in right now. Cody together with John Hopley going in.
And Brandon Shelton, yep.
Yeah, of course they're going to come in. Clayton Ham is still in. That's surprising.
Yeah,
so there's more damage on that car.
More damage than we expected there, I guess.
And we actually see on the internal, it's probably the real internal things that are damaged.
Yeah. Boy, that's super unfortunate for Clayton. He's been running strong all day.
So, tactic of Joey Stiers didn't really work. We see Justin Gann, new tires, fresh tires, for all the way to the end, and he's in the front.
Yeah.
After him, Travis White, who ran a perfect race, really made some nice laps in this previous run. He's on the second place, and then we have Doug Neal. Doug Neal has done an excellent job already for this whole race. He's on that third spot.
Doug has been, Pim, you always call me Steady Eddie, but Doug's been the Steady Eddie of the day. He's just been running consistent, clean, fast, running P3. You just get the sense that he's just lurking there, just waiting for opportunity.
He's not only Steady Eddie, he's also Fast Eddie, because he actually made up 8 spots. And he's now, he comes from on that third position.
Yep. Looks like Brandon Meyer just went into the pit lane.
Yeah, we've got a bit of people coming in. It's a beautiful track up here, I have to say. Awesome to see all those cars.
Yeah.
I do think.
I've never been to this track. I'd love to watch a race here. It just looks like a great view from wherever you're sitting.
Yeah, bring your popcorn and take some extra times. There will be some cautions in this track, but it's awesome to see it from here above. Great. A lot of viewers, I have to say, and virtual land. Everything is opened up, and they're happy to come here at Dover. So most cars are out again. They're ready. We see Brandon Meyer and Dennis Piquet still in the pits, but I think Dennis is not coming out anymore.
Yeah, looks like Brandon's back out on track, and Clayton's catching up to the back of the field.
All right, and here we go again. We see Justin Gann pacing up there, really going very slowly. It's funny to see that the pack is a lot smaller now. Still people in the pit, but here we go. Justin Gann takes that lead, and right behind him is Doug Neal. Justin White on the outside line.
Yeah, David Medina and Marshall Scully behind. And then we have Joey Stiers kind of lurking all back there.
Joey Stiers needs to make moves right now. He knows that he made a mistake in the earlier setup, and he can make that up right now. He's passing Marshall Scully. He really close, going to that inside line. Perfect way. So that's one more spot. He goes up to David Medina, who drives in that 4th position. We meet. Oh! Look at that, how closely Kevin Bullock is also behind Marshall Scully.
Yeah, you got the sense we're going to see a lot more aggressive inside moves because this is getting to the end game here, and no sense, keeping your tires too fresh at this point. You need to get position.
Yeah, you're 100% correct, and we see Justin White driving on that first position. He's done that the whole race already for a couple of times. So, but Justin is right behind him, and Neil over there, but I expect a lot from Joey Styres. He's currently at 1.3 seconds behind. But he's passing David Medina right now already. Look at this, going on that inside line. He's going like a madman.
You have to like David Medina's race, though, the way he's managed his race. Also, a lot like Doug Neal. Just keeping it steady, keeping it clean. He's been working his way up. And then behind there, Kevin Bullock running in P6 is up 10 spots from where he qualified. And just Kevin's race also just super well managed.
Yeah, and while we know it's so important to drive over here to qualify really well, it's great to see that Kevin is coming so far up.
Yep.
But we see a big fight coming here with Travis Wright, Justin Gann, Doug Neal, and Joey Styres, because Joey is gaining over here. And Doug Neal is going to have a look. Steady Eddie is coming to the inside of Justin Gann, but he can't make that up here.
Yeah, actually, these top 9 are they've all run just great races. Because even in there's behind Kevin Bullock is Marshall Scully and John Hopley, who've also been running great races, and Cody Dorsey. And they're
yeah. And how long is Justin Gann gonna hold up Doug Neal? Because on the moment it looks like Doug is really looking to make that advantage. And Joey has come a little bit back. 1/10 up here, 20 laps to go. Needs to make some more space, but he's probably now strategizing. He's thinking, what can I do? How do I need to do this? Because he needs to pass 3 more cars, and they're all very, very fast. Here we're looking at Brandon Shelton on the 10th position, is fighting with Gary White. A little bit lonely up here. Has some damage in the front, and that really hurts in this race. But let's go back to the front, because 18 laps to go, and Doug Neal is still not making that move on Justin Gann. Man, come on, Doug. Steady Eddie, let's go.
And then Joey Styres, don't look now, but he's closing the gap there.
Oh yeah, Joey is coming up. But Travis White is keep running that nice line. He's not pushing too hard. Keeping those tires nice for the last laps.
Oh, but looks like Justin's taking a look there. Get the feeling that Travis White is just managing the gap.
And here he comes. Here he comes, Joey. Joey is coming, taking that inside of Doug Neal, and he can't hold that.
Yep.
So now we have Travis White, Justin Gann, and Joey Styres right behind Doug Neal. And here goes Justin. Takes that inside of Travis White, and Justin is on the lead. He sees that Joey Styres is coming up, and he knows that he needs to move. Oh, this is gonna be so close. 16 laps to go, guys. Justin Gann is taking the lead, and Joey Styres is taking that inside. Nearly lost the car, but can hold it. This is why you can see that Joey Styres is his favorite track. He knows this track very well.
Well, and that cost Travis White to lose a little momentum and let Doug Neal catch up to Travis there.
Oh yeah, this is all those these 4 cars. I'm a little bit afraid to go to any other people, because they are going to have some lap cars right over here. That's going to make it a little bit more trickier.
Boy, Joy is making up ground there on Justin Gann.
Yeah, and then we see Clayton Ham.
Right. And this traffic's going to play a role here.
But it's Clayton Ham, and he knows how to deal with that. Yep. They both pass really fast. But now I'm curious. Oh, yeah. That was a problem from Travis White.
But looks like it's all right.
Man, of course, because That was very, very close. Doug Neal and Travis White really in there, and they had difficulties with those blue flaggers, but they're passing them right now. But that certainly made a gap of 2.6 seconds.
Yeah. Well, and Doug Neal is up to P3 because of that. Boy, it just goes to show you what an impact traffic can play here. Just approaching the 10 laps to go mark soon.
Yeah, and Joey knows I don't have to take it right now. I need to be there at the finish line. So he's going to have a quick look. They're both running away. So to make sure that that first and second position is at least available. And we see that David Medina has turned in quite hard and is passing now Travis White. Travis has used his tires up a little bit too early. We still need 10 laps to go.
Yeah, and you get the feeling David Medina is now actually starting to make up real ground on Doug Neal, and there might be a battle for that third position soon.
And look at this, we see Justin again and Joey Stiers going on that inside line. They are just following along. Clayton Hammond is on the back. I do think that it's going to be a fight between Gan and Stiers over here. But you're definitely right. David Medina is coming really close to Doug Neal.
Yeah. Yeah, those are two big battles. You know, we do have Kevin Bullock and Marshall Scully, also Travis White. You know, those three in a little bit of a battle there for P5.
Oh, a little bit of a battle. That's quite a bit of a battle. And the number 62 and 63 take over him. And how is it, just to make sure, how is it with Nate Moore? Is he officially out? Because he's still in that pit. I'm curious if that means that he still gets those points.
Oh no, he's still timing and scoring, showing him running P15 right now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's important. That's super important for him to keep going on that. So David Medina has gotten around Doug Neal, running P3. Doug Neal is they're staying right there, and then this battle for P5 keeps raging on with Marshall Scully, Kevin Bullock, and Travis White running 5, 6,
and you have
7.
to make your moves right now because it's only 5 laps to go. And while we're talking about that, what is Joey Stiers going to do? Because he was the whole time quicker, and now he's suddenly holding back. So this is really going to be the last couple of laps where we're gonna see that action going on.
Man, you just want to manage your tires here, and maybe with 3 laps to go, just go for it. It'll be super interesting to see how these guys manage this.
Yeah, and you're right about that fight in the back. We do see that Doug is losing a little bit of momentum over here. Can't really follow David Medina anymore.
Yep.
David Medina is coming up to traffic, so that could play a role in there. But we only have 3 to go. 3 to go, and Justin Gan is making speed. He's actually gaining on Joey Stiers. Does Joey Stiers lose it? Is he going to lose it in those last 3 laps? Because here he's going to pass.
2 laps to go.
Joey Stiers can also join, but he's back over there. 2 laps to go.
And it's this is shaping up to be an incredible battle. This is the last lap coming up.
Last lap, and we're driving along with Justin Gan, and we see Joey Stiers coming really close, but he's not going to make that, and it's the final lap. I don't think there's a possibility, or is there? Is there on this inside? Is he going to do that? On the inside, takes that line? No, he doesn't. He doesn't, and Justin takes it home. He's going to get those points. He's going to win, and Joey Styres on the second position. Of course, we have David Medina, who led that park, and then we have Doug Neal on the fourth position. Really nicely done. Marshall Scully, number 5th. Number 6, Bullock. Travis White has dropped quite a bit, is on the 7th position. Boy, oh boy, this was a race.
Yeah, boy. And also just, what a great race. David Medina, Doug Neal there battling for P3. And then Kevin Bullock, Travis White, John Hopley all just ran great races, finishing P6, 7, 8, and then Marshall Scully there in P5. But wow, what a battle at the end there between Justin Gann and Joey Styres.
I love it, yeah. No, and with all the tactics, it was an amazing race. We do see here Justin Gann celebrating here on victory lane. Well deserved. He had a different strategy than Joey Styres, and this one worked better for him. So really congratulations for Justin Gann. Just to go over the race results, we see Joey Styres on the 2nd position, David Medina, congratulations on that 3rd position, and Doug Neal really coming strong. Our Steady Eddie on the 4th position. Congratulations, really well done, and an awesome race that we have seen.
Yeah, also just good to give a shout out to Brandon Shelton, finishing a strong P10, and so he rounds out our top 10. Nate Mora did finish the race and finished in P15, so that has significant season championship implications.
Wow, that's actually amazing. Let's have a quick look if we can see those points.
While you're doing that, I'm going to pull Justin Gann, our race winner, into the broadcast booth.
All right.
Justin, this is Peter Lee. Congratulations. What a great race you ran.
Oh yeah, man, it worked out just the way I planned, so definitely no complaints there. It was a great race.
You know, we kind of lost track of your tire changes, and so when that last caution came out with about 30 laps to go, we weren't sure if you actually had another set of tires, but it looked like you had managed that well, and so that must have been a good relief, because Joey Styres right on your tail there, he definitely had a set of tires remaining. Was that your thought all along, to keep an extra set of tires just in case of a late race caution?
Oh yeah, early on we had I think it was either our first or our second caution. I came in and topped off on fuel, I believe both times, and it looked like the second time a lot of guys took tires, so they lost a set at that point where my goal was to have that extra set there at the end for a late race caution, because for one, guys are going to get antsy coming to the final stages. This is a tough track to pass, and then you'll have a good mix of tires and damaged cars, so there's a good chance you're going to have that late race caution. So I just made sure to keep that set of tires
perfect
in the pit.
Perfect timing on that. So what about that move that you made on Travis? We saw Joey coming up. When was for you the time to say, okay, now I need to pass him and I need to make sure that the gap is big enough with Joey?
Yeah, I mean, Travis, he was very fast. I think I had a better long run car than he did, so I sort of just let him go. I didn't want to burn my tires up too much, so that way when Joey got to me, I had something for him, because I knew if I tried to battle it out too hard at the start, that last run, Joey would be able to just blow right by me. So, I had to. It's tough to swallow sometimes letting them pass you, but sometimes you got to do it, knowing that you'll get them back there at the end of the run.
No, definitely, and we had some nice fights with you and Joey. Great to see that. We have Joey here also in the booth. Joey, tell us about this. How those last 3 laps, you were gaining a lot of spots, and then you had to go past Justin. What happened?
Yeah, I just burned my tires up too much trying to catch it. There's no way I was passing Justin. He ran a great race. It's all day long, and man, I really thought under the previous caution that was our strategy to kind of save tires on the run, and then
All right, Joey, you're dropping out a little bit, but
it just kind of bit us there.
All right, Joey, I'm really curious. I want to ask you one more question. What happened with that restart? We were talking all about it. You were going to take the lead. You were going to do 30 laps. And then that restart, what happened?
Everyone had more tires than I thought they did. I couldn't believe it. I know that was the strategy. We're going to try to save tires and bide our time. But by that time, it was just, there were other tires.
Yeah. So we also have David Medina up here. David, great to see you over here. I think you had a great race. What do you thought about it?
Yeah, I definitely had a good race. Just my goal was to get inside that top 5 and get that finish there. And you got guys like Justin Gann and Joey and a lot of fast guys on here. So I didn't think I had a shot at winning, but top 5 was my goal and brought home P3. So yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. So
David.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Pim, but we were really watching your battle there at the end between you and Doug Neal, and Doug had been running such a strong, steady race the whole time. What was going through your mind there when there were about 10 laps to go?
Yeah, my whole race was just kind of taking it easy on my tires. I knew I would get past, and just to try to save it. And in the longer run, my car was good from center off, so I was able to get that run. And Doug and I, we seemed to kind of run by each other quite a bit. So good, clean racer. So when he passed me and I got back up to him, it was really comfortable, very cordial between the two of us, passing each other. Yeah, I mean, it was a good race between us. I'm sure we'll have many more.
Awesome. Now it was a great race. Chris wasn't here, so a lot of people took a lot of points home, which makes the championship quite exciting again. I hope Chris is watching and sees how fun this race was, because I was expecting a lot more cautions than we eventually got. This track is so treacherous, and it was great to see you guys race. I really appreciate that we saw some nice clean racing.
Hey, Justin, before we close out the broadcast here, we'll ask each of you, but start with you, the race winner, Justin. Any shout-outs you'd like to give to anyone?
Oh, yeah, definitely got to definitely got to shout out to Team FOCM for everything that they've done. We had good communication throughout the race, and 2 of us finished up in the top 3, so that's definitely a good thing there. I got to thank the sponsor, Ayers iRacing Paints, the Puckett brothers for putting on the league, and you guys for putting on the broadcast as well.
Yeah, fantastic, Justin, and really impressive race all around. So congrats on a great win. Joey, 2 questions for you before the shout out. Your partner, your teammate, Ryan, he was not in the race today. Any news about that?
I honestly have no news about that, and I'm
he's always such a strong
not
runner.
quite sure where he is, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan Twingman, do you want to make sure that you race the next time? Because Joey Stiers definitely need a team member. He's not up there in the first spot yet. So Ryan, if you're listening, please next time we love to see you on the track. Joey, I know you have issues with your microphone. We're gonna fix that at one point, because you're gonna come in here at the booth the whole time if you get a top 3 like this the whole time. So, maybe Peter, do we have any more shout-outs? David, I think we did.
Yeah. And Joey, if you want to try, if you have any shout-outs too, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank the guys over at Rev Race and Ryan, Sean, and Clayton for helping me out today. I mean, it was a big help.
Fantastic.
Lap cars, you guys up in the booth, appreciate all you guys do.
Well, fantastic. It's so much fun watching. You kind of race through the field, and you definitely are one of the fast ones out there on the track. So, congrats on a great P2 finish.
Thanks, guys.
And David, a great podium finish for you. Great to take that final position right there at the end. So congrats on a great P3. Any shout outs for you?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my teammates over at FLCM. Just a lot of good communication strategy laid out, and Justin Gann just kind of led the way in that regards. And so I appreciate all that stuff that goes on that team. I want to thank Ayers iRacing Paints for the paint scheme, and you guys up in the booth, and the Puckett Brothers for putting this on. It's a great way to spend Sunday mornings racing with these fast guys. So I appreciate everybody that puts this on.
Nice work. Yeah, it was an amazing race to these kind of things. It's always fun when you wake up early in the morning here on Sunday and you're like excited to see the race, and that's definitely what happened. We got a lot of excitement. We got a lot of good clean fights, clean overtakes. Really was a nice race. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Peter, do you have any last words? Any shout outs that you want to do?
Well, I've just got to give a shout out to all these racers. Honestly, I thought this was the most entertaining race of this Bonfire Premier Cup season so far. Just really, really good, strong racing. And, just as expected, we had more than our share of incidents and cautions. But, it sort of hides the fact that there was just really clean, strong, respectful racing out there on track the whole time, and just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, no, definitely. I thought it was a great race to see. A lot of great drivers, great commentators. Peter, I want to thank you. You always have so much information, and I know we spent quite a bit of time to make sure that we have the right data. Everybody's helping us as rookies, and we really appreciate that. If you have any feedback or any other things that you would like to see, then we'd love to hear that on the Discord. For now, I want to wish everybody a really nice, warm Sunday, and we'll see you on our next broadcasts.